everyone, it's Karen Roberts from the Emerald Financial Group. It's time for another edition of Take a Minute Thursday. So take a minute, kick off your shoes, relax, and enjoy. We are finishing up our three-part series on preparing women for divorce. Our guest speaker today is Lori Barkus. Lori, you want to introduce yourself?
Absolutely. And Karen, once again, it's a pleasure to be back here and to be able to speak to you all on this topic. I'm Lori Barkus, and I'm an attorney who helps women divorce without getting screwed. And I came into this specific area of practice after about 20 years of practicing law, mostly in family law. And I revamped the practice to try to accommodate the things that weren't working and focus more on what was. And I realized that women were getting the short end of things, so to speak, in divorce. They were being spoken to in a condescending way or not understood for their specific challenges when it came to divorce. And the result was less than satisfactory, less than fair. So I created Sustainable Family Solutions, where we focus on women. We are a solution-based practice that helps women navigate the practice, get a fair solution, one that minimizes the harm to their kids and avoids the costly and terrible divorce battles that we've all heard about whenever possible.
That's awesome. And I know from the financial perspective, you do not want to be in a costly divorce battle because it's costly. So we talked the first week about hiring an attorney that's appropriate for you. And then we talked about really creating a plan and sticking to that plan in the second week. Today we want to talk about, what do you need as a support system through a divorce? So many people grew up going, shh, we don't talk about our personal things, right? Oh my God, I'm going to get divorced, but I don't want to talk about it with my friends. Wrong, right? You're afraid, you know you need to file, there's nobody to talk to. What do?
Well, that's a situation a lot of people are in, especially women who tend to be the caretakers of their marriage and their children, and a lot of times don't have those resources for themselves. So it's very common to be in a situation of feeling like, I don't have that, I don't have a support system. If that is you, you're not alone. There's a lot, and there's a lot we can do with that. There are online resources, there are divorce support groups. Most of which are online at the moment, but there are some that also meet in person. We can connect you with those. We can talk about also different specific religious or hobby-based groups. The important thing is to have somewhere where you can connect and feel heard and deal with emotions. And sometimes it's better if it is something separate. Friends and family are great. They're definitely, in certain situations, for certain people, they are supportive. Sometimes it helps to have somebody that's neutral and also a little bit of space and confidentiality to talk about things that maybe your friends and family don't know.
Absolutely, right? Absolutely. We don't share everything, even with our closest friends. And sometimes we are making bad choices just because. And again, an unemotional third party that's not part of your group can help you make those choices. So that's awesome. So really, I guess the attorney then isn't the right person to do that. So if I'm thinking that I really need to get out, what is my first step?
Well, your first step is to consult with an attorney. You want to understand your rights and your responsibilities and kind of create a plan, discuss how you're going to go forward, what the picture is going to look like, what the next steps are. For the support that we've just talked about is for during the process, because it's going to be difficult. No matter, sometimes it's very contentious, sometimes it's amicable. Either way, there's a lot of emotion. There's a lot going on. So we need to make sure that you have the support for those times when you're having those moments or you're dealing with the difficulty, because that emotional component most attorneys don't deal with, and it's often what leads people into a battle. People go to court based on their emotions rather than the facts. So if we can keep you more clear-headed and find a space for your emotions, then we can better work through the process from the legal end and also the financial end, working with advisors such as yourself, Karen.
That's awesome. Yes, you definitely need the support because again, when let's be honest, when you get into a fight with someone, you just start boom, 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 right? And you need someone who says, oh, time out, separate corners, let's all breathe, and let's figure out what are we really looking to do. We don't want to harm the kids. We don't want to harm the finances. I, again, see it all the time because I do work with women financially as they're going through this process. And all too often, I get the women post-divorce who, when you look at it, got screwed because they didn't understand and they were so emotional. So please hire the right attorney, hire a life coach if you need it, go to a support group, do what you need to do to get through this. And hire a financial person also. Hopefully your attorney is suggesting that, because as much as I love attorneys, they're not financial planners. And as much as I'm a financial planner, I'm not an attorney. We do two totally separate roles.
Yeah,
So,
I agree on that. Excellent point, because a lot of times attorneys neglect that step. And sometimes you need a financial planner even before you need an attorney, because you do really want to understand the financial picture. So definitely, if you're in this process, you want to reach out to Karen. You want to make sure that you have support from the financial end in the form of understanding what's going on.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that concludes our series with Lori. Lori, it's really been a pleasure to be with you these last couple of weeks. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope that everybody understands divorce a little more and can kind of take a deep breath. It's such an emotional time of your life, but I know that Lori is here to walk you through that and help you in the best way possible. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And again, if you've missed any of these videos, please visit our YouTube channel at the Emerald Financial Group or our webpage, emerald-financialgroup.com. So thanks, everyone. Have a great day. And thank you again, Lori.
Thank you, Karen. It was a pleasure. I wish everybody the best of luck.